Coming up on MCTV this week, Roger Davis, a candidate for the U.S. Congress, came to our studio for an exclusive interview about his campaign, and we take you to a party in the dark. This week starts now. Welcome to MCTV This Week with Cassie Hart. I'm Michelle Nutting. Thanks for joining us. Tuesday is Election Day, and there is a new name on the ballot. Roger K. Davis, a native of Quincy, Illinois, is running as the Green Party candidate for the 17th District U.S. Congress seat against current Representative Phil Hare and Bobby Schilling. With the attention another third-party movement has gotten, Davis sees some positive results from the Tea Party movement for third-party candidates.
Now the Tea Party is a grassroots movement. It is good. It gets people active in their politics, and that's what we have to do. Every one of us should be just as active as they are.
Even with more participation, third-party candidates tend to be a small minority of voters. So some may ask, why should I elect a third-party candidate?
I am going to be your elected representative if elected. If you want an amendment, you want a bill in there for a constitutional amendment, tell me. We'll write it up and we'll submit it. Let the people vote on it. Because I'm not there to represent me. I'm not there to do what I want. It's what you want.
Davis says he wasn't always affiliated with a third party.
I was a Republican. I went and I watched Bobby Schilling when he came to Quincy. And I asked Bobby Schilling what his hopes and dreams was for this district and this nation. He kind of looked stunned, like a deer in the headlights. And all he could tell me was, after about a minute and a half of dead silence, was he's against abortion. Now there's more things in this country right now that needs to be handled. Bobby Schilling and Phil Hare couldn't even agree on a debate until I kept hammering the issue out on it. You know, if they can't agree on a debate, how are they going to work together to solve our problems?
Davis's debate with Hare and Schilling can be seen tonight on WQPT, the PBS affiliate in the Quad Cities at 7. For more information on Davis, you can visit his website at rogerkdavis.com.
Recently, an MC professor wrote a book about teaching. Jamie Shingothi takes us to a book signing.
The Education of a Teacher, including Dirty Books and Pointed Looks, is the name of a book recently published by Susan Van Kirk. Adjunct professor in communication, Van Kirk read from her book last Monday at the Warren County Library.
My father was taught to give me the hurtful, hated allergy shots we would repeat once a week, 2 shots every Sunday night, years without end. Mainly through my parents' sacrifice and love, I survived those early years, but I would never outgrow the allergies and their accompanying asthma.
She says that her students were the inspiration for writing her first book.
And a Monmouth College student suggested that I write it. His name was Kirk Carlson, and I had him in an education class. And there are a lot of people in the area who've been either my students or parents of students. I've had over 4,000 students at the high school.
If you're interested in hearing more, she is having another book showing after Thanksgiving at Olivia's Bakery. For MCTV, I'm Jamie Shingothi.
Saturday night, Scotland Yard underwent a transformation. Haley Meyer takes us to the Blacklight Party.
Glowing lights and loud music. This created a much different tone for the bottom of the Stockdale Center. The Blacklight Party was an event put on by WMCR, MC's radio station, and SODA, student organization for drinking alternatives. Besides dancing, students could decorate t-shirts, play board games and video games, and also take advantage of free soda and pizza. Organizers say that alternative drinking events offer a needed activity to some students.
It creates a lot more of a safe haven for a lot of kids who feel uncomfortable around other activities on campus.
Students could also enter raffles whose proceeds benefited the American Cancer Society.
Freeze! Everybody clap your hands!
For MCTV, I'm Haley Meyer.
SODA will be hosting a Halloween party this Saturday in the lower level of Stockdale from 7 p.m. until midnight.
Taking a look at some events on campus this week. On Friday, faculty member Ian Motionross and Carolyn Suda will be performing in the Faculty Chamber Concert at 7:30 in the Dahl Chapel. Also happening on Friday, the Art Department is hosting a new program titled Fifth Friday Art Walk. Come to McMike between 6 and 7:30 and see some students' art ranging from photographs to sculptures. Tomorrow, Alternative Religious Traditions is hosting the Holidays of Halloween. Come learn about different Halloween traditions at 7:30 in the electronic classroom of the Hughes Library. And next Tuesday is Election Day. Make sure you go vote.
Coming up in sports after the break. The football team fights to stay in playoff contention. Welcome back. After 2 straight Division III playoff berths, the Fighting Scots football team lost their 3rd chance to get into the playoffs this weekend, losing to Beloit. Losing to the Buccaneers on Saturday, 34-27, placed MC with a 4-4 record going into the last 2 games of the season. The Scots will face Carroll at home on Saturday and travel to Galesburg to face rival Knox in the Turkey Bowl 1 week from Saturday. Cassie and Michelle will be back right after this.
Welcome back. Leaves are changing, the weather is getting cooler, and Halloween is just around the corner. Jennifer Wheeler shows us how ASAP tried to get us into the harvest mood with some crafts and spooky eating.
Last Wednesday, ASAP sponsored another After Hours. Students could indulge their creative side by decorating many pumpkins with various arts and supplies, while those who wanted to participate in the more scary side of Halloween could sign up to compete in Fear Factor. Those brave enough would eat 2 small containers full of a mixture of cafeteria food. The winners of each round would compete to the end of the final round to win a prize.
People came out and did something extremely disgusting, even though it's something not normally people would do, but there was a lot of fun had with it.
ASAP's next After Hours will be November 17th with Mama's own improv group as well as karaoke. For MCTV, I'm Jennifer Wheeler.
TV this week, I'm Ross Donnan.
I'm Cassie Hart. Make sure you tune in next week for a new edition of MCTV This Week.
And I'm Michelle Nutting. You can also watch us on the web by going to monm.edu/MCTV. We'll see you next week.